Hey guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Leo for March 2020. So guys, keep in mind that time is fluid, however, so I put a date on it, it's for March, but if you encounter this a year from now, a month from now, the message still may resonate. So take what is for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, but know that no matter what Spirit has to offer, no matter what cards we get today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the steps you take, the choices you make, and the chances eventually that you take as well to get whatever fulfillment it is in this world that you would like to see. And to me, that's your free will. That is your power, my friends. So for all my subscribers, thank you guys for returning. Thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. At the end, if this resonates, please feel free and join the journey with me. Hit subscribe and let me encounter your energy more often. It would be so awesome to have you along this ride. So I'm going to take a moment to ask Archangel Michael to jump in, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as to deliver only messages for the highest good of those of us watching, as well as the most far-reaching of messages. I am also going to say, if you are calling in your angels or guides, I would suggest you ask the same, because you don't want second-rate messages, right? Only for your highest good, my friends. So I'm also going to ask my team of light to join me as well as Goddess Isis, please, today. So I'm going to start off with a postcard from Spirit Oracle here, and just to get an overarching energy to be aware of for this month. So if something triggers you, if it brings up an emotion, if it brings up, something from your past, because this could seriously pick up on past life, something happening now, or an energy that you're to encounter. So just keep an open mind when we encounter this. But if it does bring up something for you, why was it here? Why did it trigger you into your conscious awareness? And how can you use this to help implement positive steps forward in the future? So 2 fell out. 1 fell out upright and 1 fell out upside down. I will read both of them. The first one that we get, though, this postcard, is an angel or cherub, could be Cupid, and he's about to take aim. He's about to shoot his arrow after whatever his heart's desire is. So let's take a listen here and see what the card has to say. Dear you, now is one of those times you are being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for the highest good are made when we have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it feels as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of the information gathering and decision-making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. So much like this arrow, what I'm feeling and what I'm hearing is when you go back to draw that bow, you're going to do so methodologically. There's a method, right? There is a thought process. And to be able to point to where we want to go, we need to be able to steady our arm, steady our hand, to get a clear shot at the target to make sure that our arrow is actually hitting. And like this card is saying, slow down. It's not a race to get there. And like they talk about as well, the words regroup. Sometimes if you've been through some struggle, or if you're too invested into something, it's harder to see other points of views because you're so tuned in or honed into this is what I want. So I think Spirit's definitely asking you for right now, take a step back, ask your emotional body, ask your own feelings, your decisions on, yes, there's logic, but also on my intuition and my gut. What does it tell me? Am I trying so hard and putting so much energy into trying to get here, but really it would make me happier if I came here? This is the kind of thing Spirit's saying, just slow down, take a moment, because when you sometimes also we may say that I want to go here because here's all the opportunities that I could do. And we judge down here and that's beneath me, that's not good enough, it's not going to make me enough money, it's not what I want to do in my career, this It could be people in our lives, situations, but just really take a step back and go, you know what, there could be something down here that I've not seen or thought about that's just as important as up here, and take that time just to make sure that you know in your heart you're doing what's right for you, and trying to come as well again from this non-judgmental place, seeing all the opportunities that are laid out to us. And you may also want to write out a pros and cons list. That's one of the things I heard, if you have choices to make and different options and steps that you can take, as well as to know that you don't only have to shoot one arrow. We don't just have to focus on one thing in our life. We're multi-dimensional creatures, and we can multitask. And also, we can put our energy into lots of different things in this world. However, if you're trying to if you're trying to build momentum and go forward on one project, it's best, what I'm hearing is like, focus on that. But don't forget that you still have other avenues that you can go, and you still have other creative endeavors that you can do. There's still other things that you can do. So if you put all your focus on one thing, step back a little bit and see where else you could maybe let your light shine. So the next one we get here is a dragon. And I think it's a Chinese dragon, or the Asian kind of dragon here. But the card that we get is, Dearest You. There is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. Excuse me. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. How far have you come? Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you want. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. And trust is brought up in both of these, right? Trust in the divine timing of things, trust in your path, as well as taking time to make sure that you're following the right path, so that what I heard is not wasting time, not backtracking because this decision was not right for you. But another thing is that if you make a decision and you realize partway through this was the wrong decision, nothing's holding you there. You can change your mind, say, you know what, I tried this out, it was an experience, I learned some lessons, but I think I'd like to go over here right now. Remembering that, take your time to really focus up and aim that shot on the things that you feel are for you, and knowing as well that there's only one you in this world. So what feels right for you, what you feel you're drawn to, this is part of your purpose. And this is also shedding your light to this world, that whatever light you harness within you, we can help radiate this as well out into the world. So, trust that wonderful things are happening. So I'm going to take a moment and bring in a message from the Magical Unicorns Oracle by Doreen Virtue, and just ask one message from this oracle as well, moving forward in the month of March for Leo, please. I've got a few messages, so let's see what they are. First, you have right out of the hop, grandparent. With this unicorn as well, I absolutely love his wings. They're colorful. I'm feeling like they are educated by generations of knowledge. Some of you may want to get out, talk to your grandparents, let them know, give them an idea of what's going on in my life. Here are the choices. Because our grandparents have lived a lot longer than us. They've seen generations, and they've seen things that sometimes you don't want to listen to. But our grandparents hold such information that, if we don't ask now, there may be a time where we don't get that option to as well. So knowing full well that using the color spectrum we have available to us, and I feel like this is also super intuition, third eye, and a lot of heart coming here. You have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. So if you do have someone that you're close to, a grandparent, someone that you feel just as a grandparent, someone older and wiser in age, because if you see as well, I feel like his beard and mane, this particular unicorn, he has earned those colors on his wing. We have Imagine here. What would you see, feel, think, and hear if your wish came true? So when you're thinking about where to pull that arrow back and where to go to, really think about, okay, in this term, in this particular wish, and if you see the fairy offering over the flowers there, if my wish were to come true in the magic point, how would I feel? You know, if there's different options or opportunities that you thought about where I pour myself into, how would I feel if this came true? Because this could also help in the weighing out and the pros and cons and just kind of sitting back, talking, imagining. Really, we get laughter as well, right? Really enjoying life and enjoying the process, enjoying this in-between stage before being propelled or going forward. You need a good laugh. And laughter, they often say, is the best medicine, and this is true. It's something that feeds our soul. It also, feel like it gives us love, right? It gives us love for our life and brings joy into our worlds. The answer that you're seeking is love. You love for ourselves, love for others. If this is also, you could have grandparent, which I believe this card, when I was shuffling, pre-shuffling, this came out. So some of you for sure getting in touch with a special grandparent may be important, guys. But then we also have worth waiting for. Like the first card, this is time to take a step back. Patience, your patience will be rewarded, okay? And this is true in terms of, especially if there's money or something like that involved, where I want to go here, but I'm not sure. When we make these impulse, so same as impulse buys, impulse spending, impulse decisions that we think in the moment are right, but we commit to them, and then later we say, no, that wasn't okay. This is saying, you know what, really take the time to think this through. Don't ignore the good things in your life. You are meant to experience love and joy in this world and laughter. As well as one of the things I heard is to get out with your children, spend time with them. Imagine as well. Imagine the worlds that you could create. How do you feel in the current one? And if there is something that, you think that you can do to make this world a better place for yourself, for others, for your children, for the world around you, really hone in on how do I do this, because whatever your endeavor is, whatever situation that needs a little bit of time to be clarified, it's absolutely worth waiting for the experience. And again, they want me to reiterate this, grandparent. Our grandparents are precious, precious angels in our life, and if you are lucky enough to have your grandparents in your life, sometimes even just talking to them, hanging out with them, laughing with them, and experiencing love in your world, clear your mind, get a clear head, and, move accordingly. So I'm going to move into the Shadowscape Tarot now and see what other messages we have for the sign of Leo for March 2020, please. So, you have the Two of Wands about making a decision. The High Priestess in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Star, which is healing and wish fulfillment. And the Queen of Wands, which is nurturing a creative passion, nurturing an endeavor. And I want to read to you what the book says about the Queen of Wands, actually. So this is tiny little, the Shadowscapes one. And I like it because they're small, quick little answers that you can find quickly as well. But the Queen of Wands. The Queen is dedicated, engaging, and attractive. She's always cheerful and upbeat. Her presence exudes confidence, and she can handle anything and anyone. So this is also really asking you in your decision-making process, please don't ignore your intuition. Don't ignore that internal knowledge and that internal knowing on where your internal compass is going. We have here with the Seven of Pentacles is about things being ripe and ready for the picking and choosing where and when we take them. I feel like because these two are in the reverse and this cards already have said, hey, just take a step back, slow down. This is making sure that we're not ignoring, again, our inner knowing. We're making a decision, and we're making this decision balanced and making sure that it is ready to do it when we are moving forward, because wish fulfillment is here, and this is dedicated as well, knowing that you're fully confident in your world to go in the ways that you plan and the ways that you want to, and knowing as well as that if there is some place where you're not trusting your intuition or you don't feel it's ready, take a step back. take a pause, because wish fulfillment comes to you, and this could also be healing. There could be a lot of healing that is needed at this time, or that is coming to you. And again, I feel so much like grandparent laughter and love. These are important, right? So even speaking to someone that you love, or an older family member, may really bring a lot of healing and peace to you in your decision, because chances are they've went through similar things like this in their life. Last question I'm going to ask. Thank you. We get the devil. I feel like that's fear and codependencies and fears of judgment. Okay, and you see this heart out here, holding it as if it's outside of them. You don't want to hold your heart as if it's outside. You want to hold that heart inside and honor it truly. Bring the healing where it needs to and act accordingly. Act with love and know that your desires are worth waiting for in this world. So please don't let fear stop you or get in your way. And they're going to ask me for the bottom of the deck, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And that's about you creating your brand. You creating something that is special to you, and being self-made and self-taught. And I feel like this is a lot of what this is with the Queen of Wands, that you're fully capable of handling any situation and anyone. Anyway, my friends, that's what I've got for the month of March. I hope that you guys have a great month, Leo, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.